What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Newcastle preview here on Anfield Agenda. It is another massive game, and this one, well, this really could make or break our season. If we don't lose at St James's Park, I think we're still in the mix. If we win, we're definitely right back in the mix. But not losing is priority number one. Now, from a Newcastle perspective, obviously no Bruno Guimaraes. He's serving the last game of his suspension, so he's not going to be available for them, which is a big plus for us. Now, of course, if you want to join us for the watch along of the game, you can join us from 4:30 p.m. on our Twitch channel. You'll find the link to that in the description of this video. And of course, all of our match day content, including this preview, is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Circl. The football sweepstakes game where the winner is decided by events that happen live on the pitch and every single moment counts. How do you join us? You scan the QR code in the top right hand corner. Use the referral code anfieldagenda, all one word. That way, when you deposit and place £5 in bets, our friends at Circl will match that with £5 in free bets for you to use. This week, it's a £3 buy-in and it is a countdown circle, meaning 10% of the pot is going to be paid out every 15 minutes and the remaining 50% paid out when the referee blows the final whistle. We had 6 great winners the other day, one of them taking home just about £100 for the big pot at the end. So if you want to join us, it is a gambling product, so of course we urge you to gamble responsibly, but you know what to do. Scan the QR code top right corner. Right, let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the football. I'm nervous about this game, but having Virgil van Dijk back in the matchday squad is definitely going to be an added plus. I was humming and hawing all week about whether I would include him in my predicted 11 because, you know, he's just coming back. He didn't get any minutes in the last game, although he did have a bit of action on the sideline, but he was standing up to a few players who were a few Everton players trying to act a little bit tough until Virg came along, in which case most of them scarpered because, well, it's Virg. So yeah, look, I'm going to take you through, like I always do, my predicted 11. No, when I say predicted 11, let's go with predicted 11. Predicted / favourite 11 that I think should take the field for this game. We'll start off with the score prediction as well, but you know what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you agree with my suggestions, let me know. If you don't agree, let me know. But either way, please do drop a like on the video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. So look, we'll start off like we always do with the score prediction. And what have I gone for this one? Have I gone for a Liverpool win? Surely I'm not going to go for a loss, right? I've gone for a draw. And it's not the result I want. But I think if you take into account that Newcastle have lost once all season, and yes, it was to us, but it was at Anfield, and it's a Saturday night kickoff, and the Geordie faithful are going to be in fine voice, I think it's going to be a very, very difficult atmosphere and a difficult game. Now, I hope that maybe one or two of those Newcastle players have a little eye on the League Cup final down the line. You know, they are professionals, of course they are, but they're still human. So maybe they've a little eye on that and can be a little bit distracted. But it is a fight for the top 4 race. It's looking like there's maybe one place open. United, Arsenal, City, looking like they're fairly nailed on. So maybe it's ourselves and Newcastle that are going to fight it out. Spurs are going Spurs, so you know what's going to happen there. Just Spurs. Anyway, so I'm going to take you through my predicted 11 now. And of course, as I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So let's start off with the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. What I've gone for is, I've gone Virgil van Dijk. I have to pick Virgil van Dijk. So Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and of course Alisson Becker. Now I understand this is somewhat of a risk in playing Virgil van Dijk because he's just coming back. It's a big game. We've got Real Madrid coming up as well. But I just don't think we can go into this game without Van Dijk because we've seen Matip. Matip was, again, all kinds of worrying. And the stats back it up, by the way. He's had 4 contributions in his last 4 games. Or 4 mistakes that have come to a chance that's been saved or created. And he's only had 2 in his previous, months before that. So he's not in great form. He doesn't look full of confidence. And that's why I have to go Virgil van Dijk. In the full-back positions, no big surprises there. Andy Robertson on the left side, Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right side. Into midfield, and this is where I really did start to come a little bit stuck, because Fabinho, I'm still not convinced that he's anywhere near his best, and he's not getting worse, I'll say that, but I don't think he's improving much. Maybe you disagree with me, I don't know. Thiago out, obviously, which isn't great. Calvin Ramsey, as I'm sure you've seen in social media, well, he's had an operation, so he's going to be out for God knows how long as well, so that's not great news for us. But other than that, we're okay with injuries. We're still missing Ibu, he's still out, but bit by bit, we've seen Diaz out running today at Kirby, which is great. So hopefully we'll have him back maybe a little bit sooner, but I wouldn't be expecting him for the Real Madrid game or anything like that. So yeah, it was a tough call in midfield, but this is what I've gone with. Let me know if you think, or if you agree, I should say. Stefan Bajcetic, who was given Standard Chartered Player of the Month, and I think you'll all agree, very, very much deserving of it. El Capitan Jordan Henderson back in on the right-hand side. I thought Jordan Henderson put in a great performance against Everton, one of his better performances this season. A bit more of that from Jordan, I think, will be fine. And on the left, well, I was not going to go with Curtis Jones, obviously, so I'm going to go for Naby Keita reluctantly. I did mess around with the idea of maybe putting Milner in there, and then I had to catch myself and go, whoa. You're going to go Jordan Henderson and James Milner again in the midfield? No. We've learned those lessons. So yeah, that's what I've gone for. Naby Keita, Stefan Bajcetic and Jordan Henderson in midfield. Up top, it's going to be exactly as you expect. Darwin Núñez on the left, Mohamed Salah on the right. You're probably thinking, Craig, have you gone for Diogo Jota through the centre? No, I'm going to continue with Cody Gakpo, because I'm not sure if Diogo Jota is ready to start the game yet. It's one thing I'm coming off the bench and getting minutes, but I don't know if he'd have 60, 65 minutes in him to start with, and that's the only reason he isn't in the team. So I've gone for Cody Gakpo because, I don't know if it was just me, I think Paddy mentioned it as well. As soon as Gakpo scored against Everton, you could see it was like a switch was flicked. His confidence was through the roof. So I want to give Cody Gakpo the belief that he's doing the right things, that we're getting behind him, and that I think, he could be effective in this game. You probably noticed how deep he was coming in the last game, which was freeing up space for Salah and Núñez. And I think that's right. I think it's the right forward line to go with. And then, look, we have Diogo Jota there if we need to mix it up a little bit, bring him off the bench, of course, Firmino as well. So things are coming up good in that regard. I just don't think the lads are ready to start just yet. So that's my 11. Let me know your 11 in the comment section if you agree or disagree. But also, one big talking point is about the result. I've gone for a draw there. Obviously, it's not ideal, but I think it's, based on what we've seen this season, a fair reflection of our best chance. We could nick it, we could win it, and I'll be very, very happy if we do. But I want to try and be balanced and say, look, I would take a draw. It's not the result we want. It's not the result that guarantees us to be back in the top 4 race. But it's a result that just keeps the hope alive. And while we're getting players back, and while we're trying to, navigate our way through these European games against Real Madrid and whatnot, I'll take being in the race at this point. So a draw for me would just about keep the hopes alive. We do have a game in hand over Newcastle as well, but I feel like there's going to be a lot more points dropped this season. It doesn't feel like a league where we're going to see somebody win it with 90, 95 points, something like that. It feels like somebody maybe in the mid to high 80s could win the Premier League, and oh, how wouldn't that have been nice over the last few years? I mean, where was all this faltering from every other club when we were challenging for league titles? It felt like when we started to go on a run, Manchester City turned on a switch and would win 10 in a row or something like that. So, yeah, it's a little bit disconcerting. But then again, it looks like City could probably go on and win this league title as well. Hopefully that gets stripped off them. But yeah, sorry, I couldn't resist. Bit of low-hanging fruit. But look, again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm really excited about the game. And Paddy is going to be joining me. So you're going to have myself and Mr. Paddy Murphy for the watch-along. So what more do you want? Hope to see you over on Twitch at 4:30 on Saturday. Have yourselves a cracking weekend. Much love.